We are Fandom Roulette.
Two nerds with a passion for
History,
video games,
tabletop games,
and, well, really any nerdy stuff that comes into our lives.
While we might not be able to name every ship classification in Star Wars,
Or every Pokemon.
or every spell in the player's handbook,
Well, one of us can.
we're still here to have a good time. Hey everyone, welcome to Fandom Roulette. This is Joe.
And I'm Cody.
And on Fandom Roulette, this is a podcast where we talk about a myriad of nerdy things, including such things as history, video games, tabletop role-playing games, and a lot of other nerdy stuff, what comes into our head at the time. Nice, clean, in and out.
Super clean.
Intro. Hey, yeah. Cody, have you been up to any nerdy stuff lately, my dude?
Yes. I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 as it just came out. Getting ready for Season 5.
What?
Yeah. And then we had a D&D session.
Yeah.
And that was super fun. But other than that, the usual stuff. What nerdy stuff have you been up
Hell
to?
yeah. Oh, man. Well, we played D&D. That's been pretty nerdy. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of comics.
Nice.
And then what's the other thing? So a mutual friend is on a family vacation, so he let me borrow his Switch, so I started playing oh my god, Nano Kuni, I think it's called.
Oh, Ni no Kuni?
Ni no Kuni, yeah, it's super rad. And I think that there should be more Welsh voice actors in the world.
Right?
Because I love that little dude with the lantern hanging off of his nose.
Yeah, I totally get that. That game is from what I hear, it's really good, and I've been meaning to pick it up, but
yeah, it's like from my feeling, it feels like they're kind of like, oh man, we really want to make a Pokemon game, but like they have like the Pokemon cornered, and then someone was like, what if the Pokemon come from your heart? And they were like, sold.
Yes.
Spoiler alerts
Pokemon.
for that game. But you can like summon little dudes out of your fighting spirit, which
Hell
is
yeah.
anime as fuck.
That is super. Oh, I've been watching anime too.
Oh, really? What anime you've been rocking out to?
So My Hero Academia season 4 came out.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. So I watched the first episode of that. It was kind of, it was a pretty standard intro season episode. It's kind of like filler. It's just kind of reminding you what's going on. So it wasn't super exciting, but I feel like that's just kind of new season anime intros in general. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
I always feel like they're kind of like, here's a kind of a recap, but like also here's some extra stuff that you didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, it's like when you read the Harry Potter books and it was like in chapter 1, like they always defined what a muggle was no matter what. So
yeah.
it's like, oh, that's a non-magic user. And I, like, as a kid, like, someone's like, well, you have to do shit like that because like if someone's picking it up at book 5, you need to explain to them at least some of the terminology. And like, even as a child in my mind, I was like, what monster is picking up Harry Potter at book 5? Just being like, I think this is a clean entry point to the series. Like, what are you doing with your life? Yeah, I just started season 4. What?
Yeah, I started at season 4 of My Hero Academia. It's pretty good so far. The fuck?
Like, what? Like, there are some shows, especially like in America, where it's like the first season's like a pilot season or whatever. But even then, like, anyways.
Yeah, and then I also started watching Shield Hero.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's kind of got like it's kind of reminiscent of like Sword Art Online a little bit, where it's like a fantasy MMO style, like it's a fantasy MMO-ish kind of thing where 4 people get transported to this mysterious game land where they have like a HUD and abilities. Whoa. And there's like four main heroes and they all wield a different weapon, and the main character wields a shield, and it's like his story, but like it gets a little weird because like it seems like everybody really hates him, and then one of the side characters like frames him to be this like awful person, and so like the whole kingdom hates him, but like he's got to like do his job still, like he can't leave. It's really weird. I don't know how I feel about it yet, because like they kind of throw some pretty dark topics like really early on, and I'm not sure if that's like the whole show or if it's just like they wanted to make the beginning really dark and weird, but like here we are.
Hey man, you know what they say, you can't make an anime without getting a little dark in the first episode.
Yeah, so I'm on like episode 4. I like it so far, like once it got past that point, but I don't know, it's weird, so I haven't decided if I'm going to keep watching it yet.
Yeah, but I expect some further reporting in the next season. So yeah,
season 5.
So yeah, this is a minisode where we're gonna kind of like tell you guys what we're planning on for the next season. If memory serves, do we want to get into how this is gonna be kind of a weird setup for or like a weird season?
Sure, yeah. I mean,
so yeah, like we got some holidays coming up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our annual Halloween spooktacular.
Yes.
Ooh, spooky. And like, you know, we're gonna do our like our winter holiday episode and our like year-end review, but we're also gonna have some of our normal regular old episodes in there as well. So to start things off at the top with the history section, this season on the history section, we are going to do the first and what I hope to be a multi-part series, where we look at different mythologies and investigate a little bit about like why those mythologies exist the way that they exist. So, yeah. So I'm going to start off with Greek mythology and what it tells us about the Greek world.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
I know all of my Greek mythology from Age of Mythology, the computer game.
Hell yeah. Well, that means that you know 3 mythologies.
It's true. I do know.
Because it was Egypt and Norse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't like Anubis come down and like stomp around and shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you could like summon gods and they would show up for like a minute or whatever, and they would wreck everyone's stuff.
Yes, I do remember that being kind of like, once you got to that point in the game, it's kind of like, if you can't retaliate or come back from that, it's basically game over.
Yeah,
so at least the games that I played, it was always a rush to get one of the pantheons down to really just fuck shit up.
Yeah, and I think like if memory serves, the Greek one was pretty much the easiest to get because it worked the way that you expected it to work, which was like build a temple and like give it a sacrifice. And the Norse were like, so here's like a little ox cart and you have to move it around, and like if you're not in the right ley line position, then the gods aren't going to be as powerful. You also have to like pay attention to where the ley lines are because they're going to like shift around at least a little bit. Also, there are some fucking giants there and they're wrecking your mobile like unit, and I was like, what is happening?
It's been a long time since I've played that game.
Clearly it made something of an impact. So
yeah, for sure, right. For sure.
Hey, what's up with in video game lands?
So, I loved doing the video game movie season of season 4, but I'm gonna go back to new releases of 2019 and 2020 because, boy howdy, from here until like April, there are some really fucking, let's call it, earth-shattering games that are coming out. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake, which people have been asking for a literal eternity.
That's true. It's gonna be pretty now.
We had Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which was fantastic. There was a lot of good games that came out in 2019, so I'm gonna briefly go over them And then once 2020 hits, I'll be talking about the new stuff. Like, like I said, Final Fantasy VII. We got Animal Crossing coming out in March. All sorts of fun things. And yeah, just talk about the new wave of games and maybe some trends that I'm noticing as I ingest all of these games like air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm excited to hear about some of these fun new games coming out.
Me too. I'm really excited. So all these games will either be new releases that came out in 2019 or 2020 or had something new like DLC or something big that like changed the game. I'm not going to go into. I think the oldest game I'm going to touch on is maybe Fire Emblem, which I'll do a whole episode on that, but other than that, it'll be new stuff like Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out, and I know there's a lot of controversy with that game. And
wait, what? Oh, because of that one thing.
Yeah, because of that one thing that people don't like, and I get it. And then yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the video game section right now.
Yeah, and then for the tabletop role playing game section, we're going behind the screen.
I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. Because I know. Yeah, so we're going to do a season on being a game master and what that entails and the things you should expect. Hopefully, by the end of season 5,
yes,
you will have a pretty good, if not complete, understanding of being a rookie game master and getting your friends or people online into your game and being able to run it without feeling really nervous or like you don't know what you're doing, because I think being a game master personally is like one of my favorite things to do in the role-playing game hobby, and I think a lot of other people would love it too, but I feel like with the way the internet works and depending on what forums you go to, people are very hypercritical. And I'm hoping that with our with this season, we can kind of remove that tension and basically, and do you want to say what we're going to do at the end?
I think we should save it for the premiere of season 5.
Okay. So yeah, season 5, I'm going to teach Joe and the audience how to be a game master, because I really don't think it's that complicated. It's just very scary from an outsider looking in.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's what we have coming up for this season. Please do some of the following things. If you want to tweet at us, you can tweet at us at the following Twitter handle:
Fandomar_podcast.
If you'd like to send us an email, you can send it to us at
fanroulettepodcast@gmail.com.
Go and check out our website. That website is located at
www.fandomroulette.com.
Give us a listen at some of our various platforms, including such things as
iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, and we're on YouTube, baby.
Hell yeah. And follow us on other social media sites, including
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I guess YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's kind of a thing now. So
do we still have
a Tumblr? Kind of, we have a Tumblr account, although Tumblr's in a weird spot, so we're not necessarily
dead.
Yeah.
And we have an Angel Fire and that joke.
Yeah, Angel Fire, GeoCities. I have a zine at your local high school.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah. I just like surprising you with new ways we're marketing.
You can those like little free like newsstands on corners of like New York street corners.
Yeah,
it's like the New York Times and the New York Post, and then there's the free one where it's like Todd's Anarchist paper.
Yeah, so I'm also that kid with the Brooklyn accent in like the 50s who's on the street selling news leafs for a nickel. He's like, extra, read all about it.
You and Christian Bale. You and baby Christian Bale.
Ooh, baby Christian Bale.
Baby.
Yes. The only
Oh
other
God.
thing.
Oh,
that
now I want a television program where it's all of Christian Bale's various roles, but as babies. So it's like baby Batman versus baby those twins from The Prestige versus baby like Vice President Dick Cheney.
Oh God. This is all so bad and so good.
Alrighty.
Anyway, I love it.
Like
so the only thing about YouTube that I want to tell people is we're not currently caught up yet, but we are, or I am, uploading videos pretty much daily. So if you got friends who want to go back and listen to all of the old stuff from season 0, now's the time to sort of kind of get caught up with that, because it'll probably take a bit before we are officially in tandem with YouTube and then like the actual podcast platforms.
And fan art. Do that, please. No, I'm just kidding.
But also
demand fan art.
Yeah, do like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. You know, all the various social media platform things. Anything that you guys do will help us a lot as we prepare to generate some in my personal opinion, some pretty dope content for season 5. So
I'm excited.
Definitely stay tuned, because we're doing some cool shit.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys in a couple weeks for our Halloween Spooktacular.
Yeah.
And other than that, I'm all good. Do you have anything, Cody?
No, you all are lovely. How about that?
You are the best. Yeah. You know, I thought of something, which is like, sometimes podcasts give their fans like fun little nicknames and stuff. And for art, but like, fan is in the name. So you're
I know, right? That's hard.
Fan? Like, we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
All right. But anyway, so for Fan Roulette, this is Joe.
And I'm Cody.
And as always, stay nerdy.
Stay super nerdy.